Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Today we're going to be in John chapter 7. You're going to want to take notes today. This is good stuff. Just pick up your scripture journal, take those notes. John chapter 7, verses 37 through 39. It reads, on the last day of the feast, so this is the Feast of Booths, the great day, so the pinnacle moment of this whole experience, Jesus stood up and cried out. And the word here is screamed, yelled out. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as the scripture has said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. Now he said this about the Spirit, whom those who believed in him were to receive. For as of yet the Spirit had not been given, because Jesus was not yet glorified. So guys, this moment for me right here illustrates how courageous Jesus was. You see, Jesus was no coward. He wasn't scared off by political parties and plots. He wasn't concerned about the gossiping crowds around him. He wasn't even threatened by the religious leaders who were scheming against him, even though he's standing on the Temple Mount at this moment teaching, right? And I think this illustrates how courageous he truly was. But you have to understand the moment. So here's what's happening at this moment. On this final day of this feast, the pinnacle day, a parade would march down to the Gihon Spring, which is down the hill on the southeast side of the temple grounds. They would all march down there, and a priest would lead the way, and he would fill a golden pitcher with water, which was symbolic of looking back on how God had provided them water from the rock during the wanderings in the desert. So this is all a symbolic reenactment. And right at that moment, the choir would sing the words of Isaiah chapter 12, verse 3, which read, with joy you will draw water from the wells of what? Salvation. Then the processional would march back up the hill to the temple, entering through, of course, the water gate. And when the crowd reached the temple grounds, the priests would then alone approach the ramp to the altar, and then the crowd would draw silent as the priest would walk up the ramp to pour the water onto the altar. And right at that moment, they reflected on the pouring out of the Spirit in the last days. And I want to guess, and this is a probability, but I think I'm probably right about this one, as are many other theologians that assume the same. It was probably right in the middle of that silence that Jesus stood up on the Temple Mount and screamed out, if anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as the scripture has said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. Can you imagine this moment? I mean, people are probably shocked. That's because, fellas, Jesus was no coward. He wasn't afraid of anyone or anything. And right in the middle of this moment, he screams, I really believe, to be one of the most shocking statements he could say. He says to the people this, I am the water. I'm the one being poured out right now by you. I am the salvation that you long for. Believe in me. Fellas, we don't believe in a coward God. He was courageous. Believe in him today. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again